Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with the latest news from Israel. After months of speculation and years of rumors, Israel's Attorney General has just confirmed that he will be criminally indicting Sarah Netanyahu for fraud. That means the Prime Minister's wife will be formally accused of using over $100,000 of state money for her own private expenses. A 16-page draft of the indictment alleges that Netanyahu and a former deputy director of the Prime Minister's office fraudulently spent thousands each month on luxury meals. That's up to $7,000 a month for years. The court documents details how the Prime Minister's wife apparently tried to conceal her spending by telling the public their house didn't employ a home chef. Sarah Netanyahu was facing a slew of other allegations as well, including using state funds to buy personal furniture and covering her father's medical expenses. But for now, Attorney General Avichai Mendelblit will only move forward with charges on the fraudulent meal expenses. Sarah Netanyahu has denied any wrongdoing in the matter, but it looks like she'll have to prove her case in court in the near future. With the situation deteriorating every day in the Gaza Strip, we've been seeing a lot of shifting alliances in the Palestinian world. Well, now it looks like another big change may be underway since the newly elected chief of Hamas has just made his first visit to Cairo, and that's in hopes of mending broken relations with Egypt. A relationship with Egypt would be a major win for Hamas, but it's something that's been elusive for years. Faced with maintaining security on the Egypt-Gaza border, Cairo has maintained a strict blockade on Gaza, and its only crossing point has remained mostly closed. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi shut down ties with Hamas because of their relationship with the Muslim Brotherhood, which Egypt still considers to be a terror organization. But this new diplomatic mission could mean that's all about to change.
وفد حركة حماس برئاسة الأخ سمعين هنية من الداخل والخارج سوف يبحث مع المسؤولين المصريين قضايا مهمة على رأسها سبل تعزيز العلاقات الثنائية مع مصر الشقيقة، وأيضا متابعة التفاهمات المصرية الفلسطينية مع حركة حماس بما يخص قطاع غزة وتخفيف الحصار وتخفيف معاناة أهلنا في القطاع. أيضا سوف يتطرق الوفد إلى قضايا وطنية فلسطينية على رأسها سبل تعزيز المصالحة الوطنية الفلسطينية وإنهاء انقسام وتوحيد الصف الداخلي الفلسطيني.
With conditions crumbling in the Gaza Strip, some see this visit as an indication that Hamas may be running out of options. The meeting in Cairo will also include talks on restoring unity between Hamas and the Palestinian Authority's Fatah Party, a conflict at the heart of Gaza's humanitarian crisis. In another change of heart, Hamas has also just bought millions of barrels of diesel fuel from Egypt after months of refusing to pay at all. Hamas is making this $25 million purchase to alleviate a crippling energy crisis, one that leaves Gaza residents with only a handful of hours of electricity a day. But this is all mounting evidence that Hamas may be cornered and fighting for its life right now. Thousands and thousands of people have just marched for animal rights in the streets of Tel Aviv in perhaps the largest gathering for animal activism in history. Voicing concerns on animal cruelty in food, entertainment, and research industries all over the world, protesters are hoping the massive display will be a turning point for animal rights everywhere. There hasn't been such a gathering of animal rights activists in over 25 years when nearly 25,000 people marched in Washington, D.C. to bring awareness to animal cruelty. But this demonstration in Israel may have possibly surpassed that turnout by thousands. This was an international event coordinated by top animal rights leaders in Israel, Australia, and the United States, including PETA, the largest animal rights group in the world. PETA's President Ingrid Newkirk even gave an impassioned speech at the event, greeted by thousands of demonstrators who marched under this year's slogan, "It's in our hands." At the top of this year's agenda are demands for harsher punishments for animal abusers, the end of fur sale in Israel, and halting the killing of healthy animals in shelters and pounds. The march began in Tel Aviv's Gan Meir and stretched all the way to City Hall at Rabin Square. Nearly 5% of Israel's population is vegan, with hundreds of thousands more vegetarian, but even meat eaters were there marching for animal rights, chanting for the ethical treatment of man's furry and non-furry friends. All right, with 500 stores across dozens of countries, Israelis can finally rejoice because Urban Outfitters and Anthropologie are finally heading for the Holy Land. The trendy fashion retailers just signed a 10-year deal with Israel's Fox stores, and the country's very first Urban Outfitters is set to open very soon. The beloved Urban Outfitters and Anthropologie brands are trendy, cool, and incredibly popular worldwide. Just about every Israeli hits up an Urban or an Anthropologie store at least once while they're abroad, and trust me, the whole country is jumping for joy now that Israel is bringing them to the Holy Land. Everything from men and women's fashion to jewelry, makeup, shoes, heck, even analog cameras and video games. It's all coming to Fox's new virtual shopping mall, which is being built as we speak. The deal also includes bringing the Free People brand to Israeli retailers, which means soon Israelis will have the latest fashion in bathing suits, accessories, and personal care products right down the street. Now, if we could only get Target over here. That's all for now, so thanks for tuning in. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you next time with more news from Israel.